Hi guys, so we have our sketchbook, our pencil, our supplies. Let's get started. So today I'm going to be doing the 10 minute, 1 minute, and 10-second challenge. And this challenge is basically where the artist, who in this case is me, they basically will draw something 3 times, and each time it's going to be with a different time limit. So the first time will be the most amount of time, and the second time they're going to reduce their amount of time, and the third time they're going to reduce it even more. So today I'm going to be doing 10 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. Let's begin. So I'm just going to be setting the timer for 10 minutes, and let's begin. And let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1. So it didn't end up recording the 10 minutes because I might have forgotten to hit record. So here's what I drew. I don't like it that much, but yeah, here's what I drew. So I'm gonna redo the 10 minutes so you guys can see exactly how that is, and I just might do it like on the side or something. So let's start. So let's set the timer for 10 minutes again, and let's start it. So while I'm drawing, I'm just going to quickly be explaining what I'm doing and what my thoughts were for the 10-minute section. So basically, I felt like the 10 minutes, I felt like it was a pretty good amount of time. I just felt like seeing the timer right next to me while I was drawing kind of caused me to rush. And that caused me to have a lot of extra time at the end, which you'll see later. But I had like 2 minutes of extra time or something, and that was kind of annoying because I wanted to kind of plan my time out accordingly, but since I had extra time, as you can see, I had to just play around with like highlights and just try to add stuff. But I feel like if I had used my time wisely and I had tried to work on it a little bit more, it would have been much better. So that's what I thought for the 10 minutes. So now we're going to be doing the 1 minute one. I'm not going to be doing a time lapse for this one since it's only 1 minute. There's no need for a time lapse. So why don't we begin? So basically for the 1 minute, I was trying to find a way to divide up my time and not really spend so much time on the sketch. I've seen many people just go in straight with the liner, but I know if I do that, it wouldn't turn out good in any way possible. I just kind of marked down the eyes, the nose, and stuff with simple shapes, and I did this. I was really rushing, so I really didn't like how this one turned out either. I would say I didn't like how any of the art in this video turned out, but I mean, it was timed, so I feel like there's a good reason for that. I was just really rushing with this liner. I'm kind of happy that I did get the liner, and I still did a sketch, so, but I really didn't like how that turned out. I've seen many YouTubers do this challenge and they just usually went in with the liner like I said before, and they got to color, but I'm really happy that I got through a little bit of color even though like I couldn't finish it. I'm happy that I had enough time to do the color, a little bit of the coloring, and I got through sketches and line art. So here's what it looks like a little bit closer, and let's do the 10 seconds. So I'm just setting the timer for the 10-second one, and let's start. 10 seconds isn't a lot of time, so I'm kind of happy that I did do the liner. I know there's nothing really to do in the liner. I just drew like a head and the body and no details, but I really liked how this turned out for the time limit. It's still not the best art, but I feel like it's good for how much time it had. I don't know why, but I feel like it turned out much better than the 1 minute one. So here's just all the art in the video. Sorry if this is really shaky. This is all the art in the video. This is the 10 minutes that I did when it wasn't recording. I really didn't like how either of these turned out. This one was okay-ish, that one was okay-ish, but I feel like the perspective and proportions of those were really bad. This is the 1 minute one. I really didn't like how this one turned out either. I don't know, I just felt like maybe because of the timer, I was rushing really a lot, so that's why it turned out really bad, but I just didn't like this one at all. And this is a 10 seconds one. I forgot to label this, so I'm just gonna label that real quick. But that's a 10 seconds one, and I feel like even though I didn't have any detail in that, I feel like that was also really good in a way. So yeah. So here are my original sketches and my original designs for her. These are just whatever that came to my mind when I was designing her. I really liked that drawing on the top corner, and the drawing on the bottom corner was also okay-ish. And I just drew like her face real up close to kind of see how I wanted like her hair to be, and any designs and stuff like that. I also listed down the colors that I used on her, so that's a little bit about her design. I would have to say my favorite drawing of her would be the one on the thumbnail and the one of just her dress. I thought those turned out really nice. Bye guys, this is the end of the video. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know the art in this video wasn't the best because of like the challenge, so I hope next week's video the art will be much better. And that's all I have to say for today. If you guys want to give me any video idea suggestions, or if you guys just want to give me some tips of what you guys liked about this video and how I might want to change things for future videos, or just like video ideas or stuff like that, you can tell me in the comments below. And if you guys want to tell me if you guys have been drawing something, you guys can tell me you guys have been drawing in the comments down below. That's all for today. Bye!